Hello, beloved one. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about something that I call deadly distractions. Now, it sounds very dire, and in some cases it can be, but I'd like to open your perception to possibly looking at certain aspects or behaviors that you continually do that can be considered a distraction rather than an enrichment, right? So some of the deadly distractions that are the more dramatic or can be literally deadly are addictions, anxiety, depression. These are hard to, when you're in them, they are very hard to think of as a distraction, because a distraction is more like an annoyance, a fly buzzing around your head, or you're trying to talk to someone and there's a television on in the background. That's sort of a distraction. But when you talk about deadly distractions, these are the things that are running as a kind of thread through your consciousness that are always taking your attention away from your own life. Addiction is a wonderful example. When you are practicing your addiction, it takes over the whole of your life, your whole consciousness, and everything that you do is somehow a part of the addiction. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your reactions, it dominates your life. And the distraction is that it keeps you from feeling what's underneath all that distraction. It keeps you away from connecting with yourself. It's very hard to hear your intuition when you're in an addiction, or when you're filled with anxiety, or when you're flat and numb with depression. It's very hard to touch the source of self, to hear your intuition, to feel that there is a presence around you that is trying to support your life. Whether you call that God or Spirit or Goddess or Allah or Buddha or Shiva, it doesn't matter. Or just nature and the universal force of life. It's almost impossible to feel that presence of something greater than yourself when you are being dominated by these distractions. And they are designed to keep your attention off of the inner self and fully engaged with all the drama that tends to get created with these distractions. Other distractions that may not be as deadly as the ones I just named are complaining or criticism, ongoing complaining. If you find that you're just complaining often, and sometimes what you're complaining about, you really, if you stop and think about it or feel it out, you don't really have much connection to that thing or that person. Complaining becomes a habit, whether you're complaining about yourself, your life, politics, the world, wars, whatever you are complaining about, it is a distraction. And sometimes it is a way of coping with these bigger issues that you don't know what to do. You feel powerless or sometimes almost helpless. What can you, one singular person, do to impact the greater world that seems so distraught and filled with difficulties? So complaining gives that illusion. It's a distraction from feeling maybe the heartbreak within, your own deep sadness about whatever it is you're complaining about. Another distraction is gossip, talking about others when they are not present. It is one thing to talk to a friend about another friend when you are trying to process something, when you are trying to work through something, when it's not really about that other friend. They might be involved, but you're really interested in diving deep and trying to understand your own reactions. That's different. Or if you are deeply concerned about a friend and you want to talk to another friend to see maybe how the two of you could help that person, these are constructive ways of utilizing another person's behavior or presence in your life. But always people are talking about other people. It is a favorite pastime, and it is an enormous distraction and can have very, very painful consequences in your relationships. Because maybe your other friends are thinking at some point, I wonder if she talks about me this way with other people. Am I being discussed like this? And there starts to be a pullback. People may not necessarily want to be your friend if they suspect that they are getting the same treatment when they're not with you. So these are distractions that can overwhelm a behavioral pattern that can have long-term, very painful consequences. There are other deadly distractions that I categorize as the little things that you utilize throughout your day to keep you disconnected to self. And the screen is one of those things. When you are overusing screen, whether it's television or internet or whatever device you are glued to, video games, using it sometime is wonderful. These are great tools and they can be great fun, or you might learn great things, or you might experience a wonderful period of art when you're watching something you love. But think about the screen as very much needing to stay in balance with your life. And you know when you are overusing it as a distraction, when you start to feel heavy, you start to feel sticky inside, as if you're almost having to force yourself to keep watching, to keep your eyes on the screen, as if you are desperate for distraction. Acknowledge these distractions in your life and start to think of them as deadly. Too much sugar. Even if you're not an addict with food or alcohol or drugs or shopping, you can cobble together lots of distractions so that you don't look like you are addicted to any one particular thing. But when you string them all together, You may be addicted to avoiding your own self, your own being, your own life. Always staying focused on other people's problems, trying to fix everyone around you, always offering advice. These are wonderful distractions, wonderful distractions. And you can justify them by saying, but I love this person and I just want them to be happy. I want the very best for them. Yes, you might feel that way, but recognize your own behavior in the equation and just feel out. Is it easier for me to focus on everyone else's problems because I don't want to focus on me? That's a deadly distraction. And I call them deadly because they take you away from yourself. They are deliberately cultivated so that you are disconnected from yourself. There's a term that you all use, it's checking out, right? When you just want to check out. And sometimes, of course, you will, and that's perfectly fine. But look around in your life and just start to notice your distractions. And ask yourself, how invested am I in checking out from myself? How invested am I from staying separate, from staying so distracted that I don't tend to my being? And I don't just mean that, oh, you should eat better and go out and exercise. Yes, that might be part of the equation. Don't think about this in terms of how can I fix it, or myself, or make myself better, or more spiritual. Just ask yourself, how can I reconnect with myself today? How can I connect with myself today? What does that even mean to me? And then start to think, when am I not distracted? When do I feel connected? Maybe when I'm taking a walk out in nature, or maybe when I just sit and dream and imagine for a little while, or I listen to a beautiful piece of music, or I'm playing with my dog or my cat, or with my children. Or when I'm sitting down and having a really great conversation with someone. Look for ways to connect with yourself, beloved one. You are precious and deserve to be cherished. Your own attention to your own being is critical for your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Cut down on your distractions and plug back in to your own being. It will be worth the effort, I promise you. And always, always ask me for whatever help you need, and I will continue to give it. As long as you are able to receive it, you will feel it. But if you can't feel it, just know that I'm giving it, but you may not want to receive it. You'll always have days like that, and that's all right. But I'm there. I do not ever abandon you. What would be the point? Namaste. Hi, it's Danielle, creator and founder of Beloved Publications, your home of Mother Mary's teachings as they're channeled through me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you're interested in more of Mother's teachings, please visit our website, www.belovedpublications.com. And there you'll find lots of great ways of connecting with Mother. And if you want to join our community, you get an awesome free mini course on preparing for and connecting with your spirit guides. You will love it. So I hope to see you there soon. Thanks so much.